Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru. We're playing level 1223, which is a hard level. We have 45 moves to bring down ingredients and to get 40,000 points. 40,000 points is not going to be an issue, but let's look at the ingredients. They need to come out of one of these 4 gumball machines. But if we keep them in these columns, they're not going to be able to be deposited. We need to slide them over and deposit them here. We've got a conveyor belt to help us. We've got some specials to help us. We actually have a coconut wheel on the board because we started with this. This is a special dedication of a good friend, Non-Drinkin' Joe, and he's starting out with a coconut wheel, so we thought we would too. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to look for is ways to knock out this frosting, because it's going to take a little bit of time for these ingredients to drop down, and we want to clear this out as much as we can, because believe it or not, those ingredients will kind of trap us. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I see an opportunity to take out frosting and make a special, and detonate the special. I was hoping to use it with the coconut wheel. Now I'm also going to, as soon as I can't make a really good move to take out frosting anywhere else, I want to detonate this coconut wheel and use it up right away. And there's a reason for that. The coconut wheels are reproducing candies. If I start with a color bomb from my boosters, and all I'll get is one color bomb at the beginning of the game. Okay, now we have an ingredient and now it's dropped down. We can't let it drop down any further or it's not going to be lined up. I need to have it scoot over. So I'm going to just tiptoe over to this side. Of course, I cannot make any moves over here. I don't want to make moves over here, but I'm going to. Just very carefully, trying not to upset anything. Okay, so what I was saying about the coconut wheel versus the something like the color bomb. The coconut wheel, now we can take it down. The coconut wheel becomes part of the candy mix. So, we have the opportunity, the more candies we bring down, the more likely we're going to see another coconut wheel show up. It's possible we could play the entire level and we just don't bring down enough enough candies to bring down another coconut wheel. It's just, hasn't come through the mix. But we have that opportunity. We can try. Now, I can bring this down a total of 3 and only 3, and it has to stop before it then becomes a problem. I think I can do it with this move. No. Why did I not see that? I sometimes have a hard time seeing those. So now we're going to have to switch it over manually, and there are 2 different ways to do that. One is to slide it with the candies that we have. I don't want to slide it this way. You see, I have the opportunity to move it over that way. I want the opposite. While I'm looking for that, I'm still going to keep trying to hack through the frosting. Notice that I'm working on aerial attacks. Any vertically striped candy I can find, I'm going to use. Well, that was fun. I wasn't even paying attention to those. I tend to neglect those because they often will just kind of work on their own. And that's what I allowed to have happen. But here, I like to focus on the aerial attacks. Now I was going to take all of this out, but we have to work slowly on this. We want to take this down bit by bit, remember. We don't want it to fall too far. I'd love to make that special, especially lined up with this special. Not going to do it. Going to wait until it's a little less chaotic over here. Take things down bit by bit. Want to ignite that. Not going to do it. Going to play in a safe corner. Now we do need to take it down some. Eventually I want to get that moving. So let's make a little bit of an adjustment over here. I think this might drop it down too far. I'm getting tempted. Well, you've already learned from me what not to do when I brought this cherry down here. Let's see if we can teach you again what not to do, and then I can correct my mistake. Oh, it didn't bring it down too far. Phew! This definitely would. Going to avoid that. Let's see. Think I should do it? Yeah, let's do it. And here we go. We're going to slide these over. Want to make sure it's over where we need it. Going to bring down one. Going to bring down another. So this is where the ingredients start to get in our way. We can't really make much of anything. It's hard to take out the ingredients because they're there. But we're going to open this up so we've got a side entrance here. I know every move I make, if I don't use this, I might lose it. That's okay. I could make this aerial, but it's going to detonate too much, and I really don't want to lose this. I'm going to go for this now. We're going to try to take out as much as we can everywhere, see what we can get done. One ingredient is gone. Alright, now I can slide this over if I want. The benefit is that these are now going to be single layer. The bad news is we'll have to clear out both of these sets of frosting. I think I'm going to wait because we only have 10 moves left. And I would rather concentrate. Instead, I'm going to knock out this frosting so I have another way to get to this. And I'm going to keep looking for those aerial attacks. So we're going to clear out the side attack. Spending a little bit of time to evaluate what I've got going. Here we go, another side attack. Another side attack. Alright, so now we have one ingredient left on the board. And I talked about two ways to slide it over. One is to try to get all of the reds over here in time and switch these two candies. Like that. But I don't see the reds congregating over here. Not enough. So I can either use a switch hand to just go ahead and switch these, like that, or I could use a switch hand to switch the purple and the red, and then for my last move I can move the cherry over because the red would be there. I'm going to take the more immediate, more obvious, boom, and it's done. So that's how we can beat this level. I know I used a couple boosters, but I would, if I were you, gang up the boosters against it and really try to trash it as quickly as you can. If you're still struggling after this, ask me some specific questions about what you're having trouble with and I'll try to help you. Remember, if the ingredients are getting in the way, you want to try to form aerial attacks that can go on that conveyor belt, like those striped vertically striped candies, and hit them from above. Go at them at the side as well. So, that's the level. Please hit like if you found anything helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more videos.